Welcome back. We all need help sometimes. When we're sick, we go to the doctor. When we're out of shape, we exercise. When we feel a little down, we call a friend. It sounds easy enough, but when the stresses and strains keep piling up, something has to give. Often, it's our health, and that's where a life coach can help. Robin Sharma's job is to help us live successfully, in the gym, in the office, and at home. Colleen McEdwards went along to see how it works.
It's 4:30 a.m. in a Toronto suburb, an ungodly time for Robin Sharma's Holy Hour. It's his daily dose of meditation, reading, thinking, and planning. He's living what he calls his best practices, his key to a balanced and healthy life.
We all have big ideas. We all want to be great in our careers. We all want to be great in our family lives and enjoy the journey of life. Well, if you want to get there, you have to act.
The schedule is Sharma's holy grail. Each Sunday, he writes what he calls a blueprint for a beautiful week. It looks as complicated as a spreadsheet and includes business and personal stuff. He also schedules what he calls pockets of peace and micro-adventures.
Tuesday and Thursday of next week I'm working on.
His philosophy is as much about the carrot as the stick, being good to yourself, but in a structured, disciplined way. A typical day looks something like this. 4:30 a.m. is his holy hour. 5:30, time for exercise. At 8:30, he drives his daughter to school. By 9:30, he's at the office. At noon, a meeting with his publisher. And at 1:30, a recording session for a new music project he's working on. He says to push him out of his comfort zone. At 5 p.m., it's a deep tissue massage. And at 6:30, it's dinner with the kids. Sticking to a schedule and indulging passion are what Sharma says give people their best business ideas or their most profound insights into family.
When you get up here, this is consuming. So
On this day, he's indulging a passion for flying with a former client, Bruce Bowser. Bowser once hired Sharma because, as a successful CEO, his family life was suffering.
So that was one of the things that Robin kind of put in my face and said, Bruce, what are you doing about the other areas of your life?
And now Bowser's giving a little back, introducing his life coach to his own passion for flying.
Take one hand, and I'll work with you.
Oh, I didn't know I was going to get to fly.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
For sure.
Thank you.
Describe that moment when you took the controls for the first time up there.
Honestly, exhilaration meets scared. And I think that's really important because I actually look for ways to frighten myself.
Why?
Because I think running away from your fears is running away from your growth.
What do you tell people who say, I want adventure in my life, I want something to be passionate about, but I don't have the means or the time?
One of the simplest things you can do is have what I call a micro-adventure. So we might not be able to go up flying or take a week and go to Tibet, but each of us can find maybe 50 minutes, maybe 30 minutes during the week to inject a bit more adventure into our life. If usually you like playing hockey or you like swimming, go try a yoga class.
Sharma started out as a litigation lawyer, a job he says made him feel like a hollow man. His marriage fell apart, and he became a single dad. As he found his own balance, he dreamed of sharing his ideas.
I have endured so much adversity. I have failed in relationships. As I build in my business, I've had setbacks. So I think, failure is the price of greatness.
He self-published a self-help book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. He says his mom edited it, and his dad helped sell it one book at a time. A chance meeting with a publisher was his lucky break. That book and others written since have sold millions of copies around the world. They're available in about 50 languages. He's traveled to Europe, Israel, India, and Pakistan, taking his message all over the world.
Do you ever get tired of striving?
Yes.
So what do you do then?
when I see that happening, when I just get to a place where I don't want to give another speech, I don't want to get on another plane, I don't...
You want to skip holy hour?
I just, when I get to that place...
Can you do that? Can you skip
yes,
holy
I
hour
can.
if you're tired?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
I think you have to be gentle with yourself.
Okay.
I think, in the East they say the arrow that is too tightly strung is easily broken. And I'm a huge believer in balance. If you improve 1% each day, after 30 days, that's at least a 30% improvement. And if we just start off with the little things and build habits, well, the days slip into weeks, the weeks slip into months. Before you know it, 6 months have gone by and you've installed 3 or 4 new habits. Well, those habits create momentum. And they actually create a feeling of personal power. I think the sauce turned out great.
Like a good parent, a life coach can make sure you'll do what you say you'll do. Eating right, staying fit, scheduling your work and your play are all part of his recipe for a healthy, balanced life, achieved one micro-adventure at a time. Colleen McEdwards, CNN, Toronto.
You can find mentors in different parts of your life. You can even be one if you take what you're good at and pass it on. Well, that's it for this edition of CNN's Project Life. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta. See you next week.